It's a trap! No, it's not. It is the first part of the new May Star Wars Lego releases, right after the intro. Welcome to Bricks and Toys. My name is Brandon, and today I bring to you part 1 of 2 of the new Lego Star Wars releases. I really feel like today I did a good job on concentrating on the super big ones of what everybody is talking about without taking out too much from tomorrow's video. So if you saw yesterday's video or the day before yesterday's video where we do the whole haul, you already know what we got. But just a quick recap, we did get the, starting off back here, Endor Speeder Chase, Emperor's Throne Room, Superstar Destroyer, and the Battle of Endor Heroes 4-pack or 5-pack. On top of that, we did get the Snub Fighter, we did get the Fang Fighter versus the TIE Interceptor, we did get the Dark Trooper helmet, and we did get the 3 promos. So, out of all of those, the ones mentioned latter will be in tomorrow's video. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and that will be for tomorrow's video. But for today, we have these lovely 4 40th anniversary sets that I look forward to talking about with you guys. And I do feel like we have a lot to unpack. So let's go ahead, let's get that camera onto a stick, bring you on into my table, and let's talk about these incredible new sets. So starting out, we do have the Endor Speeder Chase. Set number 75353, coming in at 608 pieces. Now this set is one of the ones that is more known to be expensive. That is because it does come with that 13.2 cent price per piece. That is one of the highest I have ever seen, and that is making this set about $80 US. And that is very expensive for a diorama of this size. And so what do you get for that much money? You do get these 2 printed plaques, one saying quick, jam their comm links, center switch. I do feel like that is a kind of a mediocre quote. You do get a lot of these interesting plastic leaf-like plant elements around the base. It does have a really good base color of the green and that nougat. That is done really nice, and it kind of makes everything contrast. You do get these really cool speeder bikes. Those 2 minifigs are the Luke and the Leia on that speeder bike. And then on this speeder bike, you do have the Scout Trooper. I do feel like the build of these was a tad bit different than what we're used to with like battle packs. So I found that really unique. Another cool thing is the detail that they use to make these trees. They use the brick with the studs on them, and you use 2 and you just go up from there. Each leaf element is made out of 4 leaves. So that's a really interesting technique. I'm not sure how I feel about the trees, but I do feel like it does a good job of representing that big bark that we see on those redwood trees in the movie. Now this set is known for its controversy of it being expensive versus what you get. And I do have to say, if I did not make these videos for you guys, that I'm not sure if I would be rushing to put this in my collection. Another really cool, quick detail is the speeder bikes are held up by those clear rods. Thought that was really unique. So that wraps up on the speeder bike chase. Now let's check out that Emperor's Throne Room. Now, moving on to the more desirable of the two. Emperor's Throne Room, set number 75352 at 807 pieces. First thing I want to note is the window part usage, making that back area and that really cool clear round printed tile piece or plate tile piece. Also, really good plating around that window as well. Find that super cool. Overall, I love the kind of exposed look of this one, where usually they have like that solid base, but this one you can kind of look under and around, and you know, it's very interesting in that nature. Now, that is the refined hairpiece Luke Skywalker that everyone talks about with this set. And it does have some nice guardrail detail right there. Coming back around, that back wall is held in with the normal cross pins. We can get a good look at the minifigs with Palpatine there in the background. Super cool. And this set features the infamous quote of, "I am a Jedi, like my father before me," along with that 40th anniversary little plaque. Now, this set did have the $100 price tag, but it does come back down to a 12.4-cent price per piece, making it a little bit more reasonable. The $100 price tag still is a little bit high, but you know, with these sets, we are paying, and so they are going to make them higher regardless. But for what you get, you really cannot mess up on this set. So next up, we are going to go on to the Executive Superstar Destroyer. So now we are looking at the Executive Star Destroyer. This is set number 75356, coming in at an astonishing 630 pieces for the amount of detail you see before you. This is another one that does feature that 40th anniversary plaque. That does cause a lot of people to get talking. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. It does have that nice little plaque that says Executor. Both of those pieces are printed. One thing I did want to note is you can remove that plaque and put in a radiator grill, but I ended up putting the plaque instead of the grill, and I did use the grill, and I did hide that grill on the underside of the ship right there. Fun fact. So if you do use the plaque, you don't know where to put the grill, put it on the ship. While I'll let you look at the detail of this ship, let me go over the price versus price per piece. Now, this is one of the cheaper sets out of all of them. It is a $70 model, and it does have a price per piece of 11.1 cents, which is astonishingly good for a Star Wars model. Now, the model itself does feature those nice jet-looking pieces on the bottom. It does have the little side ships to kind of put it in scale for you. There's another one. It does have a lot of good, what they call greebling on the top. So that does really help. There's more of those orange little turbo thruster pieces. Overall, I'm super happy with the simplicity. Now, I do have to say it is a little, janky in the front. There is not much securing it in the front. And I do feel like it could use more of a point in the front. Other than that, I do think it's super cool. And I do like it a lot. And I'm happy to have it in my collection. Let you guys get one more good look as it comes around. So now let's go and check out those Brickheadz. So now we are on to the Brickheadz. This is the Battle of Endor Heroes, set number 40623, coming in at a combined of 549 pieces. Now, I'm just going to set these guys on the turnstile here. We have Luke Skywalker of the set. I really like his printed chest plate. Looks really good. I like the way that they did his hair. It really shows a lot of good detail with his hair. And he does have his lightsaber. Pretty sweet. So one thing to note about this set, it is a $40 set. And this one has the lowest price per piece at 7.3. So we kind of went from the highest to the lowest on the price per piece. This is an amazing set. Let's go on to the next the next Brickhead. Here we have R2-D2. Again, he has a nice printed chest piece. He also has the printed pieces that are blue and silver around the top of his dome. Pretty cool. I know Brickheads are relatively cheap, but if they did add 3 printed pieces plus the normal printed eyeball, maybe a back printed piece would have been a little cool as well. But it's all good. Next up, we do have Lando Calrissian. Again, really good job with the hair, just like with Luke. He did a good job making his hair look good. They did add his cape that he's known to wear. Overall, really cool detail, and his chest plate looks really nice as well. Super like this one. Next up, we have Wicket. He's small like R2-D2 is, of course. He does have a printed chest plate as well. And he does come with a spear. They did a really good job at the detail of this one. I could not be more happier with it. Let you guys get a full turnstile look of this one. And there he is. Next up, Princess Leia. Now, one thing worth noting with this is they did put her in the speeder bike chase outfit, and they did not do that with Luke. But I'm really glad they did, because it gives us a different version than what would have been normally known for Princess Leia, like a gown or something. So this outfit is really cool. Again, printed chest piece. And then they did use some part detail to work in the rest of the outfit. I like the way that they made the little helmet that she was wearing look. I think that is really nice. They also did a good job on making it look like that outfit has a hood, because it did. So overall, I really enjoy this one. It's really cool. It's a different take. So that wraps it up for the heroes of Endor. One last good look at them. One last good look at the Super Star Destroyer. One last good look at the Emperor's Throne Room. And one last good look at the Endor Speeder Chase. All these sets are incredible. Some more than others. I'm going to put them on a shelf, show you what they look like in their new homes. And then we will just have our final thoughts of this video. So what I ended up doing is just making a whole shelf because of the height of these builds for the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi sets. And if you do come down, not really nicely placed, but with the other Star Wars Brickheads. That Star Wars display is looking really good. And if you watch the tour video from yesterday, you know that's just a fraction of it all. So now let's wrap up this video with some final thoughts. So there is a few things that I do want to address with these 4 sets. And to start off with, the Endor Speeder Chase. Like we said during the review of the set, the price does come out in the videos. People do talk a lot about the price, it being expensive. And unfortunately, it is. It is the highest one of all of the ones that we reviewed today, with a whopping 13 cents per piece. That's crazy. That's like the Disney Frozen Castle for Elsa. So that is, that is something to note with this set. This set, in my opinion, is for someone that wants to either have all the dioramas, or they are in love with the set, or both. Unfortunately, I have all the dioramas, so I would like to think that I would pass up on this set due to price, but probably more likely I would wait for a sale, then get it, or wait until it's 2 times or 5 times points at the Lego store, like what they have going on right now, to get this set. I would just wait for some type of promotion or better deal to come along, and then I would get this set. Unfortunately, I review sets. I'm not an ambassador of Lego, so I do have to buy these sets at the full 100 at the time, so I can make these videos as current as possible. So that wraps it up on this one. I do like the minifigs of how they are in those special outfits. I love a good Luke Skywalker in a different outfit. He is one of the minifigs with the most versions of himself, and what's 2 more versions of himself with these new sets? So awesome. Now let's talk about that Emperor's Throne Room. Emperor's Throne Room. Now this one, again, it's in the average 12 cents per piece of what you would expect for a Star Wars set. And unfortunately, I honestly think even if this set was at 120, that would be the equivalent of the same type of pain as that set, with the difference of, regardless, because you love this scene, this is one of the biggest scenes, this is where he keeps insisting that I see conflict in you, Father, and he sure as crap was right. When Palpatine went to finish the job that Darth couldn't do, Darth threw Palpatine's ass over, and that was the end of that. So this scene is loved, it's known, and even at $120 price point, I think people would still have bent over and taken it. But luckily for us, it's only at a $100 price point, and I think it's an excellent set. And if you love this scene of Return of the Jedi, then I think you should just go ahead and get it. And like me, if you have the dioramas already, well, even more better. This set is a must. I love it. I also like the new hairpiece on Luke. That was one of the topics that people talked about with this set. And I also like finally having a Emperor Palpatine. I do have another with the Darth Vader transformation set, but that's in a box and I don't look at it. So now I have one out of the box and he sits on that cool throne like in Return of the Jedi. So this set is a super recommend. I love it, and there's not much more to say about it than you have to have it. I have much more of a passion for this one than I do the Endor Speeder Chase. The Executor Superstar Destroyer. I hope I said that right. Now this set to me is the equivalent of marijuana. And I say that because it's a little model for $70. You get a 630 piece model of an incredible set. It does have that Return of the Jedi plaque, but I feel like now that I built this, I need to get the money saved up and go and get the UCS Imperial Star Destroyer. The UCS Imperial Star Destroyer is cocaine to where this is marijuana. Gateway drug. Because now that I have built this and I love it, I want that. Maybe you guys feel the same way, or maybe you guys already have both. And if you do have both, good job. But this is an incredible set, incredible price. It only had the 11-cent price piece per price. So there is absolutely no reason not to put this in your set. And I do believe that it being a scaled down model, it's good for offices and small places within your home. So if you want to get something like this in your home, and that UCS size does intimidate you because of lack of space, but you love this ship, then look no further. This is the one that you're going to want to go with. Now, the one that caught me by surprise. I feel like this set needs to be talked about more. This is a 5-pack Brickheadz of all of the good characters. The last time we got a Luke Skywalker Brickhead was when it was with Yoda. That was like a $15 set back in the day. And now to get it on the second market, you're looking at triple digits. $100 for a set that originally costed 15 bucks. So we should be talking about this set a lot more, because it also features R2-D2, Lando, Wicket, and Leia, along with Luke with his normal Return of the Jedi black Jedi outfit. I love Brickheadz. I don't believe that the details on these are anything special, as it's just the normal Brickheadz styling. And I love to see these characters come to that styling. So, super happy to have these. Super happy to bring these in to my overall Brickheadz collection. But my desperately needing to grow Star Wars collection. When I originally saw these, they just popped up as a coming soon on the LEGO website. There was no advertising, there was no leaks, there was nothing that I saw. And I was like, woohoo, I cannot wait to get that. And it was the first thing I grabbed in the front of the LEGO store. It would have been this and the UCS X-Wing, but those were all grabbed out. I had to go to the back of the store to get my UCS X-Wing. So I just grabbed this. This was the first one. Super happy about these. Only $40. If you don't have it and you do Brickheadz, or you just do Brickheadz Star Wars, must get. And they're also super friendly for a small space. One more final thing I wanted to say about this video, or in this video, is the 40th Return of the Jedi plaques. All of the big time YouTubers out there were just shunning these plaques, talking about how to make them go away, how to get rid of them. But my opinion on those plaques is why? All of these YouTubers and influencers and ambassadors are complaining about how it ruins the aesthetic. Ruins the aesthetic. I think it makes the aesthetic look better. I actually like the plaques. I think it looks amazing when I put all the sets together on my shelf behind me, and they all have that plaque, signifying that these sets are special, that they are part of a series. And years down the road, when we all look back onto this release week of LEGO, that plaque is going to take us back to when we got these sets for our collection as a 40th of the Return of the Jedi. And so I think all these ambassadors talking down about that plaque, I think they are going to eat their lunch in a few years when they realize that their sets just blend in with all the other ones. And they have nothing to signify this moment in LEGO time. I'm keeping my plaques because I love this moment. This is my first big LEGO Star Wars moment ever, and I'm seizing every bit of it and enjoying every bit of it. And I really hope on that subject you guys are enjoying these videos as well. This is part 1. There will be a part 2 coming onto the channel on Wednesday. Oh, excuse me, on Thursday. So make sure you subscribe, check out that video. If you like videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe. My camera is overheating, so I'm trying to get the heck through with this. So thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good one, and stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow. Thank you.